Hello buddy, this is LoadMF with some practical Valkyrie camera spots on Chalet. So this series is going to be going through all the maps that I possibly can and playing with Valkyrie and showing you where you can throw some of your cameras to get a nice viewpoint of objective rooms or the area surrounding it. So first map is Chalet, as you can see here, and we are in the bomb room. So a lot of people reinforce this and they kind of want to have a camera outside. And a few people do a few weird things, but a lot of it lands on the floor. So the spot I'm going to be showing you is using the window right up here. And what you want to do is shoot out this middle window. Put your back right to the end here. This will make it so you get the spot every time. Once your back's there, you just aim for the little change in wood right there. Scope in, or use your camera to get the little dot. Toss it there, and it will land right up there. And once that's done, you have a nice view of outside and you can see everyone outside there. I accidentally ran into this by mistake because I was trying to toss it all the way outside and it stuck up here, and I was like, hey, this is a really good spot. I can see people coming downstairs, I can see upstairs, and I can see outside. So this spot is really useful on basically any objective. So I can even see the other staircase. If they come up here, you can also see them if you're using the middle window. And I just love that because it's so tiny that no one really sees it and no one's really looking there. The reason why I don't pick one of these windows is because someone here might be able to see it, but usually they'll be looking down. So you don't have to worry too much, but I like the middle one the best. So that one's great for basically any bomb site. So now say your bomb or hostage, whatever you're playing, is in this site. A really good spot you can use is breaking this window. Make sure to melee or shoot this out. And once the round starts, we're going to toss the camera right over there. And how you make sure you hit it every time is by looking up into the clouds and you aim at that peak right there. So the easiest way is to have your dot and hold near your camera. Just aim right for the peak or a little bit above, up to you. And then just toss, and then it should land right there. And that's a really good spot for defending this, because as long as you don't mark them, they don't have a reason to turn around, and no one's really going to see this camera. So this one's not able to see the ladder, but that's okay, because if anyone does get up here, you can see where they are. Just hop out, kill them, hop back in, and you're safe. People will probably be playing glass, so you can't see him, but that's totally fine, because anybody else, as long as you guys kill Glaz or he's occupied, you can just go, kill, and come back. So that's another terrific spot on this map. Alright, so next spot is going to be inside this room here, and it's really great because you can see the upper stairs, the lower stairs, and this window, which quite a few people use this room to get into the kitchen. So if you're defending this, this could be a very useful spot, or even if you're defending upstairs. So where the spot is right here in that corner. So I usually just aim at the corner and it will drop a little bit lower, which is totally fine with me. As you can see, it does light up blue, so some people may see it if they come up the stairs. So I would just make the person go off the camera as soon as they see someone. As you can see here, I tested one lower as well, but it's not as useful because they can't really see lower stairs. It is a lot more hidden when it lights up because of the screen in front of you. But it's up to you which one you like more. I personally like the higher one because you can see a lot more of everything. You can even see a little bit upstairs, which is very useful. Just make sure you do look away when someone's looking, because when it lights up blue, it's pretty easy to see. But when it's hidden like that, nobody really sees that. Alright, so the next spot I'm going to be showing you is actually tossing camera outside. And it's really helpful if you defend the kitchen or any of these two rooms, because it'll give you a nice overview of all three of these windows right here, all three of those, and access to downstairs. So that can be even useful in garage, but I wouldn't overly use this one for garage. I'd use it more if you're having this room right over there, this one here, or kitchen right down below. So what you need to do is go up to this window, and we're going to be placing it right over there. So you go aim up to that middle tree, the top of it, aim it, you got a nice little white cursor, and then you just throw it. And that will land right on the tree and give you a nice view of everything here. If you want to see farther left, because right now it's kind of blocked by the fern, or treetop, whatever you want to call it. So say you want to be able to see that ladder, what you have to do is aim a little bit lower. So when you're aiming, aim say not at the top, but a little bit lower, like right there. So that one will pop down right about there. And it still don't work, so even lower. So right there. And boop, there you go. Now it's on the white and you can see everything. But just so you know, the white is a lot more visible than the green. So I'd keep it on the green more. Because if people are coming here, they might be able to see these, especially the white one. But a good thing you can do is open up a few of these windows so they're looking there instead. Alright guys, so say you are defending master bedroom. I just showed you a nice little camera spot which would go right outside there, right here, which would give you a nice little view of things. But say you want to make sure no one's grabbing this hostage. So a nice way you can defend this is tossing some cams on the corners of course, but most people are looking there. So what I would do is honestly place a camera inside the fireplace at the top there. And what's great is you can't see it when you're standing up. Even when far away, you still can't see it when standing up. They'd have to be crouching or lying prone to see it. And if they're lying prone, it's a pretty easy rush kill. You can just, if this is open, you C4 it, spray them down, and they're dead. But let me just show you what this angle can see. So right here, the little front part is like see-through, I want to say. So it shows you a ton. So right now I can see the one wall right there, the room itself, and let me just move out of the way. And then you can also see whoever enters from the window. So if someone's coming in, you can just mark them. They probably won't even see the camera unless they crouch. And your teammates will know exactly where they are, and they're going to be rushing for the hostage, and your teammates can run up and kill them. So that's a really great spot for defending the master bedroom. Alright, so now on to the wine cellar room. Say you have a hostage in here, or you want a camera basically in this hallway to make sure no one's in here, or if they are, you know where they are. So there isn't that many good spots in here. I try to do it in the vents, but it's pretty visible. So the one I like the most is honestly in this crest of wood. You can either toss in the corner or in the middle. I usually just prefer hitting middle for like everything I do. But as you can see, that isn't the most visible thing in the world, because as they come down here, they can see it a little bit, but honestly, no one looks here. Everyone's gonna be looking here, thinking like, hey, someone's gonna peek me, check there, or check there. They're not gonna be looking from there. But say they do come in from here, and the beautiful thing with the middle one is this vent actually blocks it. So they'll probably be checking here, but maybe after they'll check here. And the thing is, you can't see the camera. You cannot see the camera because the vent's blocking it, or maybe your scope will. But as soon as they get a little bit closer, they probably will be able to see it. So the only time they'll really see it is when they're looking through stairs. So if they already controlled stairs and your camera's still alive, you basically can see them for the rest of the game. Because most of the people will be looking here, especially if you have a little board open. So say you board it up, then you have one open, a lot of people are just going to be looking at that one crack. And maybe there. And then as soon as they're in, maybe they'll see it. But what you can do is if you had this open, you just come out, running, gunning, and you kill them. So that's a pretty decent spot, the best one I could find in this zone. Of course you can always like hide one back here, but that one only has like a very small view angle. It's nice to see it if anyone comes in, but other than that, it's not the most useful. Another thing that I like doing with my drones if I'm just in a hurry is using this. So as you know, you should probably reinforce it, so let's go do that real quick. Alright, so it's reinforced. And when they see this, a lot of people will be like, oh, I can't do anything with the reinforced thing, but you can. What you can do is actually just shoot out the bottom part. So with any gun really, even your deagle if you don't want to waste ammo, just like that, you shoot out a little bit and you can actually just toss your cam right inside there. And a lot of the people can't see it unless they're crouching or laying prone. So they're like this, they're checking the hatch, they don't see anything, maybe they'll lay prone and they can still barely see the blue. And they're not going to think anyone's in here because this is reinforced. But as you can see, I'm standing in the doorway here, and you can actually see my feet. So you can tell them, hey, someone's right outside the door. You can still see hostage, which is really nice. As you can see, you don't really have to open up as much as I can, but I would open up at least this back half so you can see the hostage. So this is actually a really universal thing you can do, and it's pretty useful because once people see reinforcements, they're not really going to do much else. But as you can see, once it is reinforced, someone could blow it up and your camera's gone. But it's still the risk you gotta take if you want to hide your cameras, because as you can see, I cannot see it at all when standing. So that's a really great spot for callouts. It's really amazing for basically any map. Alright guys, so the next spot is going to be when you're defending library. As I did show you before, you can use this window and toss a camera right outside there by looking at the mountain. That's a really great spot for outside, but one for inside, say you want to watch this corridor, because I already showed you a spot for out here. Another spot I tend to use is this bookshelf. I also just throw a camera right there. Oh, a little bit higher. My bad. Right there. And a lot of people don't tend to notice, especially if you actually have a tad lower. This spot can be a little bit tricky to get right. I like to keep it like right on the edge right there. So let's take off that other camera. So if you get right on that edge, just like that, it looks like just the other ornament except it lights blue. So this one's pretty useful as well because you can see the staircase over there, you can see this staircase, and you can see anyone coming from over here. Especially if you take out this lamp right there, or vase, you can basically see the staircase. So this one's actually very useful, and not many people actually see the camera, because when you're coming up here, you're not looking there, and I can barely see it. If it lights up blue, I'll probably see it a little bit better, but I'm not looking there. I'm looking here, I'm looking for people, and then maybe I'll check here, and look, right now my holographic sight is covering that, and this is still barely visible. So that's a really great spot that I tend to use, alongside with the one up here, and the one outside. And the last one I tend to use on this side is going to be using this corner right here, right above it. So I just toss my camera right in that corner, a little bit higher. Sometimes I even mess up on spots. Right there. So right in that corner. That one's really useful for anyone coming from downstairs. If you put too much in the corner, you can't see as much as you'd like, but you can still see the staircase, which is pretty useful. But honestly, I tend to use this one a lot more because it's more practical. You can see a lot more. If you toss it out a little bit more, you're able to see more, but of course the camera is more visible. So right here, that camera is basically invisible. Like, that's how much you can see from it. So that's basically invisible, and once you come up the stairs, no one looks here anymore. Like, unless you get pinged, no one's really gonna look there. The only time they might see it is on the flick up to kill this camera. But if they were smart, they would probably kill it from down here. Alright, so another spot you guys can use is on this staircase here. It's... Alright, so if hostage room is over there again, and say you want to protect the window outside here, but they have a glaze and you don't want to peek it all the time, a really great spot I love to use is honestly using the roof above me. So what I like to do is shoot out the skylight, which I already did, and then go into the staircase, and then basically you just look for that chimney, you aim for the corner, like I am right here, you just toss it, and doop! Now it's up there, and you have a nice view of everything outside. Some people may be able to see this, so if they are, what you want to do is just get closer until you can barely see the chimney, and then when you throw it, it should land even closer. So this way it's against the chimney and no one can see it. So it depends if you want to see people from far, like a glaze, like this one, or if you want to see them closer. So closer to the staircase, farther away. Just aim for that corner. And then that's really great. As you can see that whole side right there. It's amazing for defending because as soon as you see someone, you just pop out and kill them. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you found any of these spots useful, please share with your friends. Also, if you are new here, please do subscribe for more content like this, and comment down below which map you want to see next. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks. Peace.